Cosplay World, we're back, and I am beginning the project, the pre-recorded one. I will very likely be busy or some other things, tickets, all of those things, for which I cannot record on Monday, saving all of my data. Anyhow, I will see you in, I'm recording this early. So, before we get into anything, this is what we finished off last week. I want to just show you me sticking horrible to foam. It is actually fairly good at getting the nice volume you need with this foam. Sealing the foam, because one of the issues you have with foam is you don't want these burly bits in your lungs, which is why I stopped recording, because I needed to clean that up effectively before using the heat gun. It would have kicked it in the air and it would have been bad news. And also because Warble takes a good hit, and we wanted, in this particular piece, we want a good amount of like bouncy flexibility. How does that sound, right? Okay. So, on my list of topics that I'm going to talk about this week is streaming. Yes, I would like to be able to start streaming again. It might not be until, I don't know, 1 or 2 weeks from the time you see this, but I've got some setup to do, some new rigging, some new equipment, some new lighting, whole bunches of things I need to take care of before I can start streaming again. That's one reason why I stopped. The other reason why is because it's freaking boring to kind of talk to yourself for hours on end. It's also pretty exhausting. Yeah, you burn a lot of energy doing it. Whereas when I'm doing these pre-recorded bits, they're 20 minutes at a time, which is more manageable because you can go take a break between each one, and it's not a huge deal. There we go. I just kind of put this on there. It sticks. Boom. That's what Wilbo does. I'm putting this piece on first because I want this piece to kind of hide the lip that is going to be there. Oh well. So now I'm going to cut out this piece, or I'm going to heat up this piece. We're going to have extra bits. This is hugely wasteful. I typically don't like to do it this way, but whatever. This is what happens, kids, when you don't measure your, or you don't template or measure. You end up wasting material and money. So, oh well. So what I'm looking for is people to hang out with me during the streams or to do projects together. I'm kind of trying to approach other streamers and seeing if if we can dual cast. Like, I don't even necessarily need to be on screen for whatever their thing is, or it doesn't matter. But the ability to kind of just hang out with people is far more entertaining than sitting in this shop by myself for hours on end. So, if that appeals to you, let me know. And I also could use some moderators for the stream as well, because oftentimes I'm working, and especially with my hands and such, and I can't really look at a screen of any description to do any sort of interactions. And the mods generally are good at getting the chat to become more active. Oh well. So one of the things I have noticed is that beginning streamers, one of the things that dissuades them, I'm going to say, is that in the beginning it's pretty boring. And yes, that is something I've said myself. And they're like, oh, it's going to be fun, I'm going to interact with chat. No, it's usually just them talking to themselves for hours on end, and so without any kind of feedback, you don't see much from that streamer after that. I'm going to try and recover this by heating it up and flattening it out again. There we go. It's much more useful as a flat piece. And that's as flat as it's going to get. And I'm going to run my heat gun around this edge. Actually, I could just put this on the end. Okay, cool. That's what we're going to do? Yeah. Because I might need... Well, it might be a waste. We'll see. Although it's just scrap. Do I use it or do I not? So I want to start streaming, but I want to not do it alone. Because, geez, that is some boring work to be putting out that much energy into the ether. And it is kind of... it is discouraging for you to not get any kind of feedback. it's not like YouTube where if you don't get comments or whatever, it's no big deal because you can just keep producing on your own time. Whereas the live streaming, you need that interaction in time. You can't come back to it and it'll come later, or it'll come at some point. It's then there, and not a whole lot you can do about that. So, yeah, I'm looking for moderators to come in and hang out with me, basically. I'm also looking for assistance for my shop when I'm making stuff. There are various perks to being assistant, such as being able to use all my equipment, being able to have free whatever I have on hand, and probably me helping you build whatever you're trying to build. So, I don't know if that's something I can encourage my friends or local cosplayers to come out and do, but it sure would be more interesting than sitting in this room alone. That's something I do mention from time to time in my videos, because it's been about 8 years now, and so it's one of those things that you have to it's kind of like writer's block. You kind of have to get through, or you have to figure out a way to work around it. Otherwise you become disinterested in what you're doing, and then you just kind of stop and fade away and all that stuff. And that's something that I definitely don't want to happen. And hopefully you guys is probably the people who are watching this are probably some of my more enthusiastic fans, and so I hope that you don't wish for me to stop producing my content as well. I have slowed down, but there will be reasons which will come to light later, and such and so forth. I have many of the projects always. Also, I lost like 6 months of footage to a hard drive. Oh, that was so disheartening. I don't know, maybe I can get recovered by sending to a place and they'll charge me like $200. But, oh well. That's how it goes. So, I don't know if there's any ideas as to what would, say, entice a assistant or an apprentice or something of that nature. Leave that in the comments. I'll totally listen to that. And if there's different kinds of things you want to see, let me know too. Because I produce this, well, a lot of this is produced for the people I make commissions for. Because that's what really makes my money, is commissions. And that's what pays like a bill or two in my house. But I do like to make things that are actually usable to the cosplay community. So, there we are. Now I could spend some time and smooth this out, which I would have done if, say, it were to be to be judged. But it's not going to be judged. And this is just for me, so what am I going to do? Am I going to smooth all this out? I'm going to smooth out the nose. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to smooth out the nose, otherwise everything else is not going to be... Once I paint it up, it's going to just be part of the facade. It'll be fine. Because it's all going to be... There's going to be so many layers of paint over it that it won't make a huge difference. It'll be just a crack in the design. Yeah. Is this to a point? This is kind of to a point, so how about I make like a point here? So this is basically like a bigger version of the little knobbly bit on the pins here. Let's see if that looks good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, you cool off over there. I'm going to see how this looks. Alright. I think I can live with that. I'm going to heat shape this top part a little bit better so it fits it. But that's not until later. How about we put some of these designs into it. Now, I think I want to use the back end of a blade, if I can find a blade that'll allow me to draw a kind of straightish one. Wait. Aha, here we go, the back end of a blade. Alright, so we definitely have two side lines here. And this is just gonna, in the sort of warm warble, it's gonna put an impression in it. It's not hugely defined. Oh wait, the scissors might be good because it's kind of sharp. Yeah, I'm gonna press that in there. Scissors are better for this because it's much blunter, and so it has a much it's bigger cut thing. Actually, I need to heat this up. Damn it. Oh well. I do have new builds planned, but I want to, like I said last week, I have the convention competitive stuff. But I do want to get this armor done, and then I want to, for Ace in 2016, have the other armor done. I'm usually pretty good about not having extra unfinished work. But we're going to discuss, I guess in the next video, we're going to see how it goes. We might discuss my next kind of big build, along with some interesting information that I will, I guess, bring to light. What? Oh well. I am going to begin carving and shaping this world wall, and I will see you guys next week. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Good times to all. Hey, looks like you made it all the way to the end. If you're interested in more new tutorials, con coverage, and other cosplay shenanigans every week, hit that sub button to get it delivered hot and fresh to you.